Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe to this beautiful channel. So in today's video guys, we'll be talking about a lady sharing things their ex did and still stayed. Okay, so I've put the videos together and later I'll come back to share my 2 cents. So let's get into it.
Things that my exes did and I still stayed. The first one, I caught him in the morning in the same bed with his baby mama. And he was like, well, when the baby mama visits, they have to sleep in the same bed. Nothing really happens, it's just sleeping. And they're doing it for the bonding with the child. And I still stayed. The second one, when I wanted to end the relationship, he went ahead and hacked my Instagram account and Twitter account and denied that he did that, and went on to suggest that he could find somebody who would help me with the unhacking of their account if I agree to work on things between us. I stayed. The third one said I should not complain about his behaviors, his whereabouts. I should not ask him anything. I should not question anything he says because he was taking care of my bills and he was giving me money and spoiling me. So I should shush. And I stayed. Okay, so this one told me that his ex was way more beautiful than me. She was a better human than me and I should deal with it. And I stayed. Anyway, thank God for deliverance because I could never. Just thinking about it now is like, what was going on with me?
So I saw this trend, and I'll this is for me. It says that tell us the things your ex said or did, and you stayed, right? Here goes. I don't already know, so I'm just gonna run through them. He said I'm fat and I'm disgusting, and I stayed. Cheated on me multiple times with the same woman. I stayed. And the obvious one, got an 18-year-old pregnant and never looked after the baby. I stayed. He went for vacation to visit his family. Before he left, I told him, I'm like, please watch what you do, because you're probably gonna meet some ladies there, so please hold your horses and don't cheat on me. And then he gets there, he meets someone, he cheats on me, and then he starts acting shady, and then I confront him, and then he blows up on me. He says I am something my insecurities upon him. There was a word that he used, I can't remember the word, right? And the next thing, I go through his phone, I find out what he was indeed cheating on me with a girl he met there, a family friend. Konangade brought her daughter, and then they started hooking up. And after that, he gaslit me and told me that it's because I told him he's gonna cheat on me, that's why he cheated. And I stayed. He said he couldn't visit me when I was sick because he has a weak immune system and he was afraid that I'm going to make him sick and he was probably going to die. And he was cheating on me that weekend. He ghosted me for 3 weeks. I looked for him, texted him, blue ticked me. Then he came back with some sob story, which I stupidly believed, and I stayed. Cheated on me with his baby mama, went back to his baby mama, got her pregnant, dumped her after she gave birth, came back to me, and then cheated on me again with the same baby mama, and now they have got 3 kids together, but they're not together. I stayed. Oh, and this one hit me when I confronted him about cheating on me, and I stayed. Actually, in fact, I apologized, and I stayed. Told me I couldn't post him because it's gonna ruin his content, and I stayed. So I used to love buying gifts for this person, and this one time I bought him a gift and he said to me, you're doing too much, and I stayed.
So that's a video guys. I'm just here to share my 2 cents, what I think about today's video. Okay, so today we are having a very important topic. I think a lot of us can relate to those moments when your ex did things that, looking back, were major red flags, but for whatever reasons we still stayed in the relationship. So before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so we're going to jump in. So first of all, I'll share through my experience. Let's talk about ignoring boundaries. So my ex would often brush off my needs or request things like personal space or the needs to have my own time with friends and family. He says things like, why do you need time apart I thought you loved me, making me feel guilty for setting these healthy boundaries. And guess what? I still stayed. Why? Because at that time, I thought maybe I was asking for too much. Maybe I needed to compromise more. But the truth is, boundaries are not a bad thing. They're essential for any healthy relationship. Another thing, lack of effort. We all been there, right? There were times where it felt like I was carrying the whole relationship on my back, planning dates, initiating conversations, keeping things exciting. It felt like he was just coasting while I was putting in all the work. And even though it drained me emotionally, I still stayed. Why? Because I was hopeful. I thought if I just give a little bit more, maybe things will get better. Spoiler alert, they did not. Oh, and let me not forget about the classic ghosting while in the relationship. 1 minute we've been talking every day, and the next he disappear for days without a word. No text, no calls, nothing, guys. And of course, he came when he comes back, he always has some excuse like, "Oh, I've been busy," "Oh, just needed some space." But here is a kicker: I still stayed. I convinced myself that maybe I was being too clingy or overthinking things, but deep down, I knew this kind of inconsistency wasn't okay. Now, this one is a tough one: emotional manipulation. There were times where I felt like I was constantly walking on eggshells. If I brought up something that upset me, he would flip the script and make it about him. Suddenly, I was the one apologizing for even feeling hurt. And somehow I accepted this. I stayed because I was afraid of being that bad guy. Okay, but the reality, I was losing myself in the process. Emotional manipulation can be so subtitle, but it's damaging. Let's talk about gaslighting. There were so many times when I was made to feel like I was crazy for calling out his behavior. If I mentioned something he did that bothered me, he says that never happened, or you're just being paranoid. Slowly, I stayed doubting my own reality, wondering if I was truly overreacting, and yep, you guessed it, I still stayed. I started questioning myself more than I questioned him. It's so important to trust your instincts because gaslighting is real, guys, and it can break you down over time. And finally, excusing red flag. There were clear signs from the beginning, little things that I chose to overlook. Maybe it was the way he would speak down to others or how he would be secretive about his phone, but I brushed it off, thinking nobody's perfect. I'm sure he would change. Well, guess what? He did not. The red flags were waving in my face the whole time, but I was so invested in the idea of who he could be that I ignored who he really was. So why did I say though all of that? Honestly, I think it comes down to hope. Hope that things will change, that love is enough to fix things. But here's the hard truth: if the person is not willing to meet you halfway, if they don't respect your boundaries or put in the effort, that hope turns into a trap. It took me time, but eventually I realized I deserved better. And if you're going through this, so you do. Okay, it's okay to walk away. If you've stayed in a relationship longer than you should have, trust me, you're not alone. And it's never too late to prioritize your own happiness and well-being. Let me know in the comment section if you have experienced any of these and how you overcame them. Another thanks for watching, and as always, take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next videos. Okay, don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye, take care.